Okay, over at High walking the Rathfinny side. What's today? 21st November 2023. A little walk with the dogs. Let's see how we get on. Lovely day, 8 degrees, no rain, first time for a while. Be turning cold later. It's already started actually. 8 degrees. Vineyard's down there, looking very bare. Of course, all the vines will have been pruned, so looking quite bare over there. Be down that way in a minute, so I'll be able to see a bit closer. Stan having a shit. Hey, Stanny, you having a crap? Good boy. Go on then, on you go. Good lad. I love it over here. They can have a good run, of course. Much longer, I suspect, when the lambing starts. This field's absolutely crammed full of sheep and loads of little lambs. Quite endearing, but basically a fucking nuisance. You can't take the dogs anywhere. The fields are full of lambs. One thing about where it's a bit chillier, particularly with old gits like me, is you get dewdrops, so I'm sniffing all the time. Hope it's not too annoying. Notice the dogs weren't even tempted to go through a gate. But the only useful thing I learned at puppy training was to make dogs wait to go through a gate. Establishes the pack leader. They don't go through till either I let them or I've gone through. Now let's wear my wellies today because it does get wet along here, like lakes. Go on. They will wait, which is really good. I can trust them, not just to go bombing off through a gate. And they know they're going to get a bollocking if they do, so they're pretty good. Anyway, walk along this track, which pretty much marks the eastern edge of Blatchington Golf Course, which is over there to my left through the other side of these bushes. Quite a nice golf course, I have to say. Probably not the be all and end all, as the members would have you believe, but interesting enough. I think East Brighton's better, but there you are. That's my opinion, because I was a member there, of course. Blatch is alright. This bit's track's a bit drier than I imagine. I'm sure there will be some colossal puddles in a minute. Not uncommon for this bit to be pretty wet as well. When I say pretty wet, I mean 2 or 3 inches deep, but this is fine. Just as well, because the dogs, particularly Stan, absolutely detests getting his feet wet. He's got no choice of going through, but he'll just about use up every other option before he comes to that point. We shall see in a minute. So I'm coming up to the wet bit, which I have to say isn't particularly wet. It looks a bit mucky, but trust me, that is usually, that would all be underwater normally. This little hollow here that Stan's about to manoeuvre. No, Milo's about to manoeuvre. He's thinking about it, but I don't want to get my feet wet. I'll put around the outside. Stan's the one, he'll do. So there's plenty of room for him to get around the side. Normally he waits in vain if it's really wet. He really waits in vain for me to pick him up. No problem. Skip over that stand. Go on then. Yeah, this is nothing. Could have worn my other boots. Got wellies on, so I expected it to be much wetter than it is, but I could have worn my other boots, which are a bit more comfortable for walking in, to be honest. A bit more arch support than wellies. Yeah, this one's a bit deeper, but this one always is. A couple of blokes playing golf, about to tee off. I'm going through this, let's hope it isn't too deep. Yeah, nothing. Oh shit. As you can see, these are Dartmoor ponies they have here. Usually they're gone by now, but these are here. They clear all this scrub. This is all National Trust land. I think it's obviously they move their ponies around from one National Trust area to another. But that's what these are. Don't normally have any issues with them. Got to keep the dogs under control though, obviously. I'm definitely not putting them on a lead. Not too bothered about anyone. I should imagine they see thousands of people throughout the year here. Get out! Get out! Maybe. So, get out! Saying about not going through gates. Horrible little shit. Go on, get on. This is a footpath right away across the golf course, which is probably more of a worry for the golfers than anyone walking across. Anyone who plays up here regularly and doesn't have liability insurance needs to bloody get examined. Right, so now we're going to go down the path, down the hill to the bottom of the valley by Rathfinny. Now this is a bit slippery down here because it's bare chalk, wet bare chalk. Is as slippery as anything. That's polite of me, but anyway, it's really slippery. So let's hope I don't slip over. Go on. Well, there's the valley. Walk along that path in a minute. Oh, this doesn't even look too slippery at all. No problem. Famous last words. Anyway, let's keep going. I can't believe how dry this is. We have had a lot of rain. It's obviously dried out pretty quick. It was windy, I suppose, that's dried it out. But I'm surprised at this. Go on, Stan, get on. See, these are the slippery bits. Chalk on a slope with it in a bowl. So I'm going to turn it, just stop recording. I don't want to put my camera in a vulnerable position. No problem. See what I mean? Where it's on a slope, particularly if it's got a bit of frost on it, it's bloody dangerous. Bad place to fall over and break your leg here. Beautifully quiet over it. You might expect that, but it's not always, but it is today. No aircraft, really quiet, no wind. Exmoor, not Dartmoor. Oh well, nearly right. Dogs definitely won't be going on a lead. Right, we're just coming up to what is, in fact, what's called the Rathfinny Trail. A walk around the vineyard. Very nice too. Never done it, but very nice too. Go on. I think they're all up the top. I can't see any here, so the dogs, like I say, I ain't going on the bloody lead. Come over here to give them a run. Not put them on a lead, do that around the bloody street. It's the vineyard, part of it. One of the newer parts. The older parts are up by the original fields further along. It's certainly grown into a big business now. He must sell quite a lot of his wine at 40-50 quid a bottle. Good luck to him. I think they invested a fair few millions into it, so why not? It's good. Well, despite the warnings about the ponies having access to the track, there's electric fence here. Whether or not that's live, I don't know, but it probably would be at one time. The ponies would know. But if they touch it, they get a bang, so they, even if the power's off, stay away from it. But in any case, I haven't got access to this track at all. One of my bugbears about not just that sign, but farmers as well. I put the notices up about lambing, which is fair enough, because you don't want, and dogs in particular, you know, dogs being allowed to run or not run, should be on a lead when they're lambing, which is fine. I have no problem with that whatsoever. Some people are total arseholes, have no control over their dogs and just they wreak havoc, killing sheep and ewes. But what really pisses me off is at the lambing season, they don't take the bloody signs down. So people who are considerate dog owners see that sign, put a dog on the lead, walk round, not a fucking sheep in sight. So I think that works both ways. They want dog owners to comply to their rules. Not a rule, but comply, well, it is a rule. Comply to what they say, and most do. Put dogs on the lead. If there's a sign, lambs, no one wants to be responsible. Well, no one. Most people don't want to be responsible for their dog injuring a sheep, or a lamb specifically, particularly I should say. But it works both ways, so take the fucking signs down at the end of the lambing season when the fields are empty. Do they? Nah, too busy. Too busy fucking moaning about the weather, I expect. Well, they've moved a pheasant on, these two lads. They do like a pheasant. I hunt them up once, just run through. I'll cross that boundary bit of grass into the vines. But Milo's got his nose on where he's been. They're pretty good with this. Never been trained to a gun, they just love the smell of them, I suppose. But you know, he will flush one. If there's one in a bush, between them they'll flush it. Yeah, he's very keen, that's where it's been. Good nose on these dogs. I'm not sure if normally you can hear it clicking. Boxes up here. This isn't clicking. It's not actually live. Battery's gone flat. There is a solar panel on it, but there ain't much sun, so might have topped it up, might not. No clicking there. I think that solar panel's going to be particularly effective. Muddy old walk for people wanting to do the Rathfinny trail. But people would turn up in their lovely new leather loafers, get them caked in shit. Oh well, it is the countryside. I love this bit. There's loads of pheasants down in this bit. Pretty much probably left over from the years gone by when pheasants were bred and put down in here. Got a tree down. This is a bit of a nose, isn't it? I've got to do a bit of scrambling. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, that definitely required a little bit of over and under. Bit of a crash when that come down. It's an old tree by the look of it. No cattle in here, unless they're up on the top part. Doesn't look like there are no fresh cow shit, so probably not. That's good. Here's the bit where cattle might be. Looks pretty cut up, so they might be up there. Find out in a minute. Anyway, so when we get to the top, go across the road, so I'll put the camera away, put the dogs on the lead, and then we'll get over the other side, on the river side of the walk, river side of the road anyway. Hang on, let me get my camera straight. We'll cross over the road and be on the river side, which is a good walk in itself. But I would have expected it to have been flooded, but going by the amount of standing water that's here, probably it's all receded by now. And that was pretty dramatic. Anyway, let's just do this last little bit up here, through the gate, across the road, and then onto the riverside. Alright, so here we are, as you can see, on the other side of the road. The road. River's over there, beyond, over my shoulder. I'll have a look at that in a minute. Nowhere near as bad as I anticipated, the flooding down in the valley, although it has been. It was just one big lake, but it's all dropped quite quickly. So we are. My next challenge is to walk up this hill, which may not look much, but it is a bit of a cruncher. Anyway, crack on. Well, that hill wasn't too bad. Perhaps I'm just more of an athlete than I think I am. Anyway, so that's just about the end of the walk. Just got to walk up the track now back to the car park. Lovely little walk, beautiful. Didn't see a soul, which is what I like. And that's it. Don't know how far, 2 or 3 miles, 3 miles probably. I'll have a look when I get in. So, good one. See you next time. Bye.